Woo! There we go. All right. That seems really dark, but I'm darker now. So, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It's your girl, Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz. Oh my goodness. I am so just like excited to be talking to you. Yes, to be talking to you because I've gone for over a week without doing a live video, and it's been like really weird. So, I'm back. As you can see, I am a little darker. Let me see if we can help Facebook Live out a little bit. I think that's all it's going to give me today. So we just going to roll with it, okay? So, yeah. So I am fresh from my cruise, and it was a very exciting time. And it's weird that I just got a notification for myself that I'm live. So yes, the cruise was great. Like I said, this is actually my first cruise. So that was very exciting to have that experience. So, I'm basically have been tasked with being visible and doing more live or just videos in general on my social media. So I've been doing Instagram live. Hello, Goddess Amy. How are you, my love? I've missed you. So I've been doing Instagram live. I did that yesterday. I think it was yesterday I did Instagram live. But I was like, I gotta do like both, like Instagram and Facebook. I gotta, pull on up and do what I said I was gonna do because, yeah, I want to make sure that I am visible. I want to be sure that I am sharing my message because starting over after 40, it's fabulous. I promise you it is. So let's just get started. Okay, so I want to announce that there are three things that I can now knock off of my living list. And for those that aren't familiar with that, my living list is essentially what people call a bucket list. But I don't live by bucket list because bucket list has to do with death. And that's not something I want to talk about. I want to talk about living. I want to know how you living, right? Okay. So 3 things are now marked off of my living list. Number 1, as I posted the picture of, I was on an airplane. Not only did I fly to Fort Lauderdale to catch the cruise, but I flew back to Atlanta. And it was very interesting. I've learned a few things now when it comes to flying and what to expect. But I had already just said that next time I have to fly, I am going to make sure I fly an airline that is tall people friendly. Because the airline I chose, not so much. Their seats are very tight. And I'm tall and I'm a big girl as well. So yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of room for me. But I did it. On that Saturday when I flew, I was very nervous, excited and nervous at the same time because I didn't know what to expect. I mean, my son, he's flown before. He flew his first flight when he was 13, 14 or something like that. So anyway, he was like, Mom, the only thing that's going to get you is the taking off. He said, once you take off, you're good. He said, and you might hit some turbulence, but other than that, you're good. So I had already braced myself for the takeoff. So that wasn't the issue. The issue was I'm claustrophobic. And that's one of my reasons why I've never flown before, is because I'm very claustrophobic. And in a plane, it's not like riding in a car where you can just pull over and get out. And also, it's not like being on a boat where you have lifeboats, so for me, it's the compartmentalism of it, if that's even a word, and then the fact that I have no control. I'm literally putting my faith in someone else to get me to my destination on time and safely. And that was really hard for me. So when I first got on the plane, I started freaking out a little bit because, like I said, the seats were like really close together. And I had a window seat. So I felt like super trapped and closed in. The woman that sat next to me, I did not get her name, but she was the sweetest woman. She was like, "This must be your first flight." And I said, "Yeah, it is." She says, "Don't worry, you're going to do great. You're going to do fine." And she just kind of talked to me and everything. And I pretty much focused looking out the window for a while. Because when I first sat down and how close together it was, I started feeling myself about to have a panic attack. And I was like, okay, I can't have a panic attack. I can't. So I was like, okay, let me calm down. And I just, started listening to my breath and started breathing and using my meditation techniques of, being very aware of my breath and my breathing. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. And I just started repeating the affirmation, I am safe and it is safe to be safe. I am safe and it is safe to be safe. I'm fine. So once we took off, I was good, and it was kind of exciting, to be flying among the clouds and everything else. So what I did was, after I snapped those pictures, Alley just went to sleep. I took a little cat nap. The flight was only like an hour and a half, but I took a nap for a good 30 to 45 minutes of it. So that was a good thing that I was able to do that and relax. So on my flight back, I read, I was able to read. So that's number 1 marked off the living list. Number 2 is the cruise. That was my first cruise, and I had said that I always wanted to take a cruise. So number 2 was the cruise. So that done. Number 3, and this is, I always told you, when you create your living list can be something like really, really simple or really like ta-da big. So for me, this one was a little one, but it was important to me. I learned how to use chopsticks. Yeah, and I was really excited. I actually tried sushi for the first time, because I've always been turned off at the fact of raw fish. But then I learned that there's different types of sushi. So the sushi that I had was actually pretty good. But I learned to use chopsticks. And I had said I wanted to learn how to do it, and I needed someone left-handed to teach me how to do it, because anytime a right-handed person tried to teach me, I can't get it because it's backwards. So my friend, Mimi, who was on the trip with me, she was like, Allie, you don't know how to use chopsticks? I'll teach you. And I was like, well, that's okay. And then I thought, wait a minute, she's left-handed. And so she taught me how to use chopsticks. So now, I'm not like a pro at it or nothing, but I did it on like my first try, and I was so proud. So, yay! So yes, 3 things are off my living list. So, that's pretty much my thing when it comes to the living list. And I also wanted to make it known that I conquered my fear of flying. And, I used to be ashamed that at my age that I had never flown before. But then I got to thinking, why should I be ashamed of my humanity? As a human being, we have fears. We have fears. We have things that we fear. We fear the unknown. We fear even some of the known stuff. We all have fears. It's a human thing. And I'm not sure why it ever got to the point of where we have to make someone feel bad for having fears. Because it's healthy to be fearful of some things, you know? So yeah, I conquered my fear. I'm just so happy about that and excited about it. And it's a big deal for me. So, when I was on the ship, and this kind of leads into my message for today. So a few things. First of all, I had no idea that there was so much shopping that can be done on a cruise ship. What woman does not like to shop? I know a few, but it's like they're so few and far between. The shopping was amazing. They had like $10 days where they had like little clutch purses and t-shirts and swimsuit covers and, you know, just different stuff for just $10, and it was all day long. And then they, you know, the different stores that are on there where you can buy liquor, you can buy, cosmetics and perfume, you can buy purses and watches and just all kinds of stuff on there. It's really cool. So I was like, okay. So they have a Coach store, they have a Michael Kors store, and they also had a Kate Spade store. So I went into the Kate Spade store because Kate Spade by far is my favorite purse designer. I do in fact own one Kate Spade bag, and I want more. And I was so incredibly crushed to learn of her passing, and that she committed suicide. That was very, very hard, you know, to hear that, because I love her work. You know, I love her purses. And it's just a reminder that no matter how much money you have, no matter how successful you are, depression and mental health issues can still happen. Things can still happen. So, you know, my prayers are definitely with her family. But I love Kate Spade, and I will always love Kate Spade. So while I was on the cruise, I saw this cute little Kate Spade purse. And I was like, I'm claiming that purse to be mine. That purse was like $400. But I was like, I'm claiming that purse to be mine. That's going to be my purse. And so another thing that I did while I was there was with the different cabins. There is, you know, you have the interior cabins, and then you have the ones where they have like the windows or the balcony and all that kind of stuff. Well, there's a particular one that's the suite, and these have these beautiful like dark wood doors, and the sides are dark wood, and they have a doorbell. That's right, a doorbell. You don't knock on that door. You ring the doorbell, honey. So I was able to, when they were cleaning one, take just a quick glance in there, and I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, that's all me. So that was another thing that I was claiming. I was like, my next cruise, I'm getting the room with the doorbell. And I didn't care if the people that were with me, whether they believed it and claimed it with me or not. I knew in my heart that I was claiming that for myself. So I was claiming my Kate Spade bag, my room with the view and the doorbell. And the next thing I was claiming me a boo thing so I can cruise with a boo thing. That's right. So I had all this stuff that I was just like, okay, so this is going to be me, all me. And I was claiming it. So the reason why I said this is relative to my message today is because I'm learning more and more that if I put it out in the atmosphere, if I put it out in the universe and say that this is what I want, this is what I know I want, and I know I deserve it, and I'm worth it. As I say these words and I claim these things, I have to have the faith to back it up. So when I mentioned this to the people that I was selling with, and they meant no harm by this, they kind of laughed. And I didn't really take it personally. I just was in the thought of, I know this is something that's serious to me that I know that I want. I may have been saying it in a way that may have seemed joking, and they may have thought that I was just, fooling around. But for me, I was so serious on claiming those things for myself, because I know manifestation comes from you speak and you take inspire action. So this leads me to this when I say we're going to talk about the faith zone. A lot of times people don't get what they want because, number one, they don't know what they want, or they're not clear on what they want. Number two, they'll say things like they haven't found their blessings, or it's hidden somewhere and I just ain't found it yet, or God doesn't just place it in your lap. Well, sometimes it is in your lap. Sometimes it's right in your face. Here's a message for you. Your blessings aren't hidden. They're not. Sometimes they're in plain view. But because of our limited beliefs, because of the things that we tell ourselves, because of the way that we treat ourselves, because we don't treat ourselves as if we're worth having the very things that we say that we want. If you're saying that, oh, I want to build a business and make $100,000 a year, do you believe that you deserve that? I mean, really think about that. How much faith do you think it's going to take for you to get that? So let's talk about the faith zone. In the faith zone, say that 5 times real fast. In the faith zone, number one, you have to think and act outside the box. You're not going to be allowed to sit around and be in your comfort zone, or in the ways that you've been taught to think, or what you think other people will approve of, or something that's not normal, or anything else like that. You got to think and act outside the box. So if everybody else is going to the right, and the people that are going to the right are all broke, then you take yourself and you go to the left. Be outside the box. Get outside of group think. Give me some thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. And share this message. Go ahead and share this message, because you can't sit and hog this message and keep it to yourself, because you know there are some people who need to live outside of their comfort zone and step into the faith zone. So I want you to share. Thank you for the thumbs up. I want you to share this video, and I want you to pay attention. So, number one, like I said, in the faith zone, you have to think and act outside of the box. It's not going to be enough for you to just think about it. It's not going to be enough for you to go around naming and claiming. You're going to have to act on it. What you do is you ask for divine guidance. You ask for divine guidance, and you say, okay, I want this. If I want that cabin that has the beautiful wood doors, I believe it's probably like mahogany. I mean, those doors are beautiful. I wish I had took a picture of them. And I want the doorbell. What do I need to do to get myself in position to be able to get to that point? Because not only that, I'm also claiming that my next cruise is not going to be next year. It's going to be this year. By the end of this year, I'm taking another cruise, and I'm going to be in that suite. Now, it doesn't matter if you believe it. I don't care if you believe it for me, because this is for me, because I know I'm worth it and I know I deserve it. But I'm going to have to think and act outside of my comfort zone and get out of the box. Stop trying to be in the box. Stop trying to be like everybody else. You're not like everybody else. You were never, ever, 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 ever created to be like anyone else. You have glorious, divine, purpose and gifts inside of you that are sitting there waiting to be harvested, waiting to be birthed into this world. People are waiting for the very thing that you keep holding on to and say, okay, I'm going to do it. No, wait. Okay, I'm going to do it. No. What if I look stupid? No. Step outside the box. I promise you, life outside the box feels great. It feels great. And once you've hit that threshold of 40, by now, you should be out of the need to please other people and out of the need to, get approval from people. Right now, I don't care if anyone approves of it. I know what my purpose is. I know where my destiny lies. And it lies in that nice suite with my K-Spade bag, may she rest in peace, with my boo thing. So that's how we're going to roll with that. The next thing, in the faith zone, you have to release the need to control. You have to release the need to control. Yes, I'm talking to you. That's the reason why you can't get anywhere. That's the reason why you won't go anywhere, is because you feel the need to control every aspect of it. And you can't do that. In the faith zone, you have to surrender. Yeah, you have to surrender. Surrender to the process of life. Surrender to God's hand being on your life and guiding you. Yeah, you have to surrender. That's a huge part of it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, you have to surrender. Get rid of that need to control everything, because guess what? You can't. You can't control everything. You can't control the outcome of anything. Who's to say when you start your business you're not going to have some failure? But does that mean you give up? No. It means you keep going. You go another direction and you keep praying and you keep believing and you stay on your course of faith and surrender to the process. So in the faith zone, you must release the need to control. Next thing, in the faith zone, you have to trust God. You have to. It's a must. You're gonna have to. If I was gonna put my trust in anyone, it would be God and God alone. I can't put my trust in man or woman because they're sure to let me down. Not because they're bad, but because they're human, just like I'm human. So I need to know that since I was placed on this earth and I am the co-creator of my life, if I'm co-creator, that means there's someone else creating with me, and I have to trust that the person, the force that is creating along with me, that has my best intentions at heart, I have to put my trust in there. So that is why you have to have the faith zone. When I got on that plane, I couldn't just say, okay, well, I'm trusting that the pilot's not drunk and that the flight attendants will do what they're supposed to do and that the people that are at the doors of the emergency exits will do what they're supposed to do. I mean, if I wanted to, I could just put all my faith in them, but I could not do that. I could not do that because they don't control anything and I can't control anything. So I had to put my faith and my trust in the Creator. I had to put my trust and faith in God. In everything that I do, every step that I take in this journey, I have to put my faith in God. I have to release my need to control, which ain't easy. But I have to put my trust in God and know that God has my best interests at heart. The next thing, in the faith zone, you must believe in order to receive. If you don't believe in it, you won't get it. So just as sure as you're speaking these words and saying what you're going to have, what you're going to do, what you're going to start, how much money you want to make, trips you want to take, stuff you want to buy, debt you want to get out of, and everything else, if you can't muster up enough, just even enough faith to believe that you can receive it, that you're deserving of it, that you're worthy of it, right? Because that's what it all boils down to. A lot of times we talk ourselves out of blessings. We do. Because then we think, ooh, I don't want to ask for too much. That's too much. Making like $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year, that's too much. I don't need all that. What would I do with all that? Oh my God, no one in my family's ever made that kind of money before. And people that look like me don't do that. And this thing that I want to do, this business that I want to start and how I want to live and everything, I don't know if I can do that, if I trust myself enough to do that. Can I do that? Will I get supported? And on and on and on. You must believe in order to receive. You have to believe in you. You have to believe in God and trust in the process. So all of these things go hand in hand. So you have to think and act outside the box. You have to release the need for control. You have to trust God. And you have to believe it in order to receive it. You have to be open to receive. Because sometimes as women, even though our bodies were created to receive, because we receive life, right? When babies are created, we receive life. And then we hold and I don't want to say produce, but produce life with babies, right? So we give birth to life. We're built to receive, but a lot of times we have a hard time receiving. We can't receive a compliment. We can't receive when someone does something nice for us, whether it's something as simple as holding a door open for us, or, pulling out our chair, anything simple like that, anything chivalrous, because a lot of times we'll say, well, no man does that anymore. Well, it might be because a lot of women stop believing that they deserve that, so I deserve it. I deserve a door being open for me. I deserve a man pulling out my chair. I deserve, all that kind of stuff. I know that I am. Do you believe that you're worthy of it? Are you open to receive? Can you receive a compliment? If someone says, girl, you looking so good today, I love that dress, you would probably be like, well, only reason why I got it on is because I ain't have to iron it. And I've done that. So come on and let's keep it real. Be honest if you've done something like that before. Or your hair looks so nice today, girl. I ain't even washed it yet. I just, just did a quick zhuzh and went on. Okay, but they didn't ask you all that. They gave you a compliment. So in order to receive that compliment, just say thank you. Thank you. I like this dress too. I bought this dress and I love it. I love the colors. I love, whatever. But just say thank you. Just say thank you. Receive the compliment. Receive someone holding the door open for you. Receive, someone doing something like paying for your coffee. People, we're all put on this earth to bless one another. You block someone else's blessing by not receiving it, by, turning it away or whatever. If you're in need and you've already asked for it and said, you know what, I don't have any money to put gas in my car and I just really need some gas money. Well, you end up with somebody that says, I've got gas money for you. Then you'll be like, well, it's too much. I don't want to, do that. And, receive it. So, again, if you're going to be in the faith zone, you must believe in order to receive, and you must be open to receive. Being open to receive means you know and understand that you are worthy and deserving of all good things. Period. Period. You are a child of the Most High God, and abundance is your birthright. I hate to break it to you. Actually, I don't hate to break it to you, but I'm breaking it to you. It's your birthright. It is your birthright to have an abundant life. And abundance is whatever you want it to be. My abundant life don't look like Tabitha's abundant life or Nikki's abundant life or Amy's abundant life. It just doesn't. We're all equipped to receive, and we receive what is for us and what we perceive to be. Like, my amount of success might not be enough. Tabitha might be like, girl, forget $100,000. I want to make $1 million a year. Okay, rock on with your bad self. Yes. And I'm here to believe that with you. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be open to receive it. The next thing, in the faith zone, you must be able to tune out. Tune them out. The naysayers. Yes, even the people you know and love. Tune them out. Tune them out. They're gonna come at you. They are. I can't promise you that everybody's gonna be supportive and understanding, but you gotta tune them out and just be like, you know what? I'm on a mission. I'm on a path. This is something that was gifted to me, and it is my divine assignment. And this is something that I know that I want to do. So, you know, as they say, haters gonna hate, and sometimes some of the biggest haters can be in your bloodline. It just is. Sometimes some of your biggest haters can be some people that you call friends, and then you end up having to cut ties with friends and family. That's a part of it. But are you willing to do that? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone, to live in the faith zone, knowing there's a possibility there's some people that you hold near and dear to your heart right now, you might have to let them go? Are you willing to do that? Or are you willing to block them out and let them keep their little negative energy so that you can preserve your positive energy so you can live your best life? So, got to be able to ignore those naysayers and let them scoop, 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 go on. The next thing, in the faith zone, you have to let go of perfectionism. Oh my God. You got to let go of perfectionism. It's not going to be perfect. It's not. There's never going to be a perfect time. Ever. The timing is always going to suck. It's always going to be when you just found out you need new brakes and rotors, or damn it, the water heater just exploded, or, you know, you found out, the kid needs something else for school and you thought you bought everything. And, you know, there's never going to be a right, perfect time. Never. The perfect time is now. While it's on your mind, while it's fresh, while you got the nerve, now. Period. Let go of perfectionism. Let go of the fact of I'm perfecting what I'm doing so that I can release it later. Nah. Don't do that to yourself. Because the longer you hold that gift, the longer you hold that dream, the longer you sit on it, thinking that you're perfecting it, all you're doing is you're putting it off. You're procrastinating. The perfectionism is hidden under the layer of procrastination, because that's what it is. You are procrastinating. You are afraid to put it out there. So you're like, okay, I don't want it judged. This is my baby. This is the thing that I want to do. I don't want people to talk about it. I want to be left alone. So I got to make it perfect so I can present it to the world. Guess what? It's never going to be perfect, and everybody ain't going to be happy about your stuff. They're not. They're not going to be happy about it. They're not going to support it. They're not going to be happy about it. They're not going to accept it. Poo, poo, poo. Okay. I don't even know what that means, to poo, poo, poo. But yeah, forget them. It's not for them. I've accepted at this age, I'm not for everybody. And I am okay with that. I don't want to be for everybody. Do you know how tiring it is to try to do things to please everybody? I'm not up for that challenge. I don't want to do that. So I'm here for my peeps, for the people I know are supposed to be for me, that are supposed to be on this journey with me. My people, you that are watching me right now, who this message resonates with and sits and burns your belly because you know I'm talking about you. I'm all up in your business and you haven't even told me anything. Yeah, I'm talking to you. So yes, let go of the need of perfectionism. It'll never be perfect. It'll never, ever, ever be perfect. It's never going to be 100% perfect. It's not. But what you can do is grow as you go. That's it. Put it out there and grow as you go. Don't worry about the fact that everything doesn't line up exactly the way you want. Don't get caught up in your color schemes and your logo and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, if we're really be honest, how many times have you bought something just based on the logo? I mean, like, seriously. I mean, like, for real, for real. You saw a product, you liked the product, or a service, you liked the service. I honestly don't give a rat's ass what your logo looks like. Because if your product is good, your service is good, it's something that I want, I'm buying it. Whether you have a logo or not, you can have something like really simple, and it's if it speaks to me, then I want it, and that's just period. So we're gonna have to release the need to be perfect outside of our comfort zone in the faith zone. Lastly, in the faith zone, you have to just say yes. Say yes. Say yes more than you say no. Say no to the things that don't serve you, but say yes to the things that you know that you want. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to God. Say yes to your gifts, your talents, your blessings. Say yes to it. If that's what you want, say yes. Say yes and mean yes. Say no and mean no. So if it's a no, then mean no. But no more teeter-totter, maybe in betwixt, in between. That's not working. Like Dr. Phil always says, how's that working for you? It's not. It's not. Because if it were working, you'd be working. You'd be doing it. So it's not working. So if it's a yes, say yes. And mean that yes. Right? Right. Okay, so if you are not a part of my Facebook group, shame on you. But you can click on the link I just posted and you can join my Facebook group. It is Empowerment for You. I've decided that I'm going to keep that because we women over 40 still need empowerment. We need to know that someone's in our corner. There's a lot more things that I'm about to start doing in the group that's going to be more private, leaning towards the group. I'm still going to do like my Facebook lives on the main starting over page, but a lot of the things that I'm going to start promoting and doing and everything else is going to be mainly for the group because I want you to maximize that that free resource of me, which is being in the group. The next offer that I have for you is I am Coach Roz, and I have an online university called Empowering You. And I am the founder and creator of Unblock My Soul's Purpose. I had to get it out. But Unblock My Soul's Purpose. And it is just $57 for that course. You go through your different things of mindset, time management, purpose, and vision. So you have 4 parts. It's a 30-day course. So yeah, go check it out. And if you're not quite ready for that, understand. It's cool. You can still get your nice free eye challenge. Yes, also at Empowering You. There's a free course, 5-day course called the Eye Challenge, where you will concentrate on you. It's the Eye Challenge because everything that you do within that challenge starts with I. I am. I will. Whatever. But it's all about you for a change, because I want you to put the focus back on you. So, I have an assignment that I'm going to give to you because I'm going to go live tomorrow night and have another topic. So what I'm basically doing is I'm presenting things that I've kind of marinated on while I was on vacation. So these are just different lessons that I've kind of learned as I've been on my vacation, and I'm going to share them with you. So a part of my challenge from my coach to be more visible, I'm extending my information that I have learned, things that I have picked up along the way. So I'm going to have some things to share and talk to you about and everything. So you don't want to miss it. So I'll be live tomorrow, hopefully at 7, because that was my original warning, but I had some issues that I had to take care of that kept me from starting at 7. So it's all to the good. I'm glad that I made it. I'm glad that I was able to be here and talk with you guys. So your assignment is, I want you to sit back and think about the things that you say you want. And I want you to just kind of free write. What would your life look like living in the faith zone? Think about that thing that you're afraid to do for yourself, that you're afraid to step out on. I want you to just paint that picture. Just think about, how would your life look if you stepped out of your comfort zone and into the faith zone? So I want you to do that. All right? Got it? Okay. So that's all I got. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just so happy to be back and to be talking with you all. I can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow. And yes, I'll be posting more pictures, because if you think that's all the pictures I took, honey, you are... No. I've taken so many pictures now. I can't post everything. But I do have a lot of pictures. And I love water. So I took so many pictures of the water because it was so beautiful. So I can't wait to share it. We've got time. All right, you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you, and there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Hugs and kisses and blessings to all of you. Bye-bye for now.